You know what it was? Because I think it was how honest I was about her. Like when I just told her how I felt about her that night, when she was telling me about the other one.
Hello my beautiful people, let's get straight into it. I'm going in with the heat protectant spray by Tresemme. You've seen me use it, so I'm just blow drying the hair, lightly doing so because I'm going in now with the round brush that I got from Avon. This round brush does an amazing job. It curls up your hair while giving you a blowout look. Other people prefer using a hair straightener, which I think works beautifully as well. I just wanted the blowout and a bit curly type of look. And to be honest, using a hair straightener is not one of my best skills. So yes, I did run away from that. As you can see, when I go in with the round brush, I'm not going straight. I'm using a circular motion. This is what's going to give us that curvy bounce on our hair, which is what we want. Look at that. And I'm doing this section by section. If you have time, you can also do smaller sections than this. So now I'm going in with these rollers I got from Shein. Don't worry, I'll show you the process just now. I see I was very quick here. So while doing that, I remembered, let me actually lay the front of the wig and continue with the work. I used the wax stick and the hot comb to lay the front of the wig. So now we are going to use the rollers where I just brushed. I start at the bottom, going all the way up, as you can see, and then pin it. So on the pack, I only had 6 big rollers. That's what I used. I used 2 on the right, 2 on the center, and 2 on the left. And then went in with the holding spray and went in with this hairnet to help the hair sit nicely when I install. So before I install, I just go in with this lace tint and spread it around. Use a brush to brush it through. You have to let it air dry or use a blow dryer. I let it sit for a while and then start with my install. I will be using the Glamour spray to lay the wig and then go in with this process twice. I'm going to use 2 layers of the glue. So I already went in with the bold cap method. Tell me why my bold cap ended up shifting way backwards. So now I'm just laying the wig. It is so nice when you prep your wig before installing. Everything is just seamless and quick. So I'm just pressing down the wig onto the glue using the comb and cold air. Then go in with the melting band. Then go in with the hot comb just a bit. I've already prepped the wig off, so it's just touch-ups. Then go in with the second headband. Makeup time. Oh my gosh, I thought I was recording when I was brushing my brows. I'm so sorry. So now I'm just going in with the wet wipe just a bit to wipe it off because I've already done my skincare. I have combination skin, so when it comes to makeup, I make sure I mattify my face using a matte primer. But today I'm only using the Pineapple Cosmetics primer. Then go in with the Omaricode setting mist and then mattify my brows because they can also get shiny using the translucent powder. Now I'm going in with the brown pencil, following the shape of my brows. I started from the inner corner, and then at the top of my brows, I don't start from the inner corner. I start from that highest point of my brow going down to complete the tail. At the corner of my brow, I go in with strokes going upwards. At the tail of my brow, I go in with strokes going sideways. And then I'm going in with the concealer. You go a shade lighter than your skin tone or 2 shades lighter. Anything over the 2 shades lighter, it's quite extreme. Sorry. So you just go in with your concealer. You dab and then drag it down. This is what I like to use. You dab and then drag it down while trying to create a straight line under that brow. Sometimes it will be perfect, sometimes it won't, but hey, it's just makeup. We're having fun, aren't we? So I'm just dragging it down and then I'm going to blend it. Do you see how I didn't come to the inner corner? That's because I'll be going in with my foundation shade at the inner corner with the same brush. So I'm just going to do that. and then blend it at their meeting point. For the top of my brow, I'm using my foundation shade as well, just going along the shape that I already drew, while I try to correct if there's any mistakes. And from here on, it is your duty to try match your brows. If you have to go back, you have to do it, just to make them at least match a little. Now I'm going in with my foundation. I already showed you, it's the Estée Lauder Double Wear in shade Deep Spice. Sometimes I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Going in with this concealer palette, I am going to choose the darkest shade because I'm contouring. So I buy most of my makeup products from Nigerian makeup suppliers because their products are just wow. These are the options. You can check them on TikTok. The setting mist as well, I bought it from one of them. So I just like to blend in with the blending sponge. Also there by the nose, go in with the blending sponge. Then from the same palette, use the orange shade as my blush. Go in and use the blending sponge as well, going all the way to the top. I then go back with my contouring sponge to blend the blush and the contour together. I don't want harsh lines. Then go in with my LA Girl concealer I showed you at the beginning. Place it under my eye and then by my chin and then by my nose, not drawing it all the way down, and then by my forehead. Sometimes I place it at these points, but not today. Then go in with the setting spray so that I can set my concealer and let it dry a bit before I go in with the brush. After a few minutes, I then start going in with the brush to blend. I take my time in blending because the concealer won't just disappear on itself. I have to blend it onto my skin. By the way, did you notice when I applied my foundation, I avoided applying under my eye? You must leave a bit of space. It's best to actually not apply foundation under your eye because right now I'm going in with my concealer. I'm minimizing the chances of my under eye being cakey. It can happen still, but at least I've minimized it by not putting too much product under my eye. After going in with the brush, I immediately go in with the beauty blender to blend my concealer. I take my time as well, blend all over where there is concealer, by the nose, by the forehead, by the chin, and also go back on the edges of my under eye using the side of my sponge. I then go in at the edges of my concealer. I go in with the contouring sponge to marry the products together. Same process on the nose, go in and marry the products. I don't want them to be separated. Then lock all that in with this powder palette. Once you see a flag, just know I bought it from one of the suppliers I told you about. Go in with the light shade to powder where I went in with the concealer. A lighter shade, powder it in, and then don't worry, I won't leave it like this. I will dust it off with a clean brush. I'm dusting it off but putting it in. I hope you understand. And then go in with a darker shade. Now I am going to contour. I'm going where I used a dark shade. I'm going in with this powder, brushing in an upward motion. Wherever we used a darker shade, we are going in with the darker powder. So now I'm using the orange shade to go in as a blush. I almost forgot to contour my nose, so I'm using the darker shade powder to contour. I also go in on the inner corners of my brows to give my nose that definition. Now we are going to set where we used the lighter shade, where we used concealer. I'm using the Merak setting powder. I love it so much. So I place the product nicely, dab it in. I'm going to leave it for a little while and move on to the eyes. I'll be using the same palette for my eyes. I'm starting with a darkest shade, so I'm sort of doing a nude smoky eye. Then go in with the lighter shade under my brows. Follow up with this light Avon concealer shade. I'm using it as my eyeshadow base and it will enhance the color that I'm going to put on top of it. I blend it as well, by the way. So I'm going in with the lightest shade from the palette, dab it in. I'm not brushing it through, I'm dabbing it in this time, and it is looking so good. Go back again with that darkest shade brush to blend things together. When it comes to makeup, you repeat steps. So there I'm using the darkest shade again on that under eye, then dust off the setting powder, and then go in with this MAC NW45 shade, my favorite. Yes, I'm powdering again. It just brings everything together and it locks in your oil. My oily face, I know it is sorted with this powder. So now I'm going all over my face where I didn't use any powder. I'm using my shade this time. Go in with this eyeliner. I so wish I had a liquid eyeliner. I would have done that. Go in with this highlighter from MAC. Give my face a bit of shimmer. Dust off the product by the nose and then just do a tiny placement there. I then use a clean brush to dust off nicely onto my skin. Go in with my favorite mascara by Essence. Love it so much. Whoo! Take off this headband. It is killing me. Sizzle for one day. So for my bottom lashes, I'm using this Pineapple Cosmetics mascara. It does a good job. Go in with my MAC setting spray. Then line my lips using the brown pencil. Blend it in. I could have blended it more. And then go in with my lipstick. Girl, don't ask me about my lipsticks. They are from a local beauty supplier store or Chinatown, I'm not sure. After the nude lipstick, I go in with this pinkish nude, which I think is so pretty. Blend it in nicely before I go in with my lip gloss. I just make sure I've blended to my satisfaction. Now that I am, go in with my lip gloss. And we are all done. Let's go back to the hair. My goodness, do you know that feeling of taking off this headband? You just realize that, you know what, everything will be okay. If I can survive this, I can survive anything type of situation. Anyway, I'm happy with the results. Just wiping off some excess glue. Going in with the dark shade of my powder to powder the lace just there in front. Take down the rollers. It's giving Madam CEO. I wasn't even sure which side to comb the hair. That's how versatile it is when you don't open a line. I'm loving it so much. I think both sides eat, but I ended up going with my right side. I love it so much. Please let me know if you will try this makeup look or this hair. A little moment for the back, a little moment for the back as well. I'm in the bounce, I'm in my face. Guys, I'm not even asking for money. I should be asking for money, but I'm not. I'm asking that you please like this video and subscribe or share this video or comment. Thank you.